Now there are a lot of movie genres that I like to watch, but one genre in specific has a special place for me, and this is anime. Anime is not the same as animation, even though it is animation, but anime is a special kind of Japanese animation. Not to be confused with Japanese manga, which is specifically Japanese animation as in comic books. Now people may be confused about this because a lot of manga comics are turned into anime movies. Just like all the American comic book heroes like Batman or Spider-Man, who also started off as comics. Now already as a child I was fascinated by all kinds of animation. Comic books, Walt Disney, stop motion and later on digital animation like the Toy Story series. Just like someone who can dream away by a beautiful painting, an amazing sunset or the perfect piece of music, I can get carried away by the looks of this Japanese anime. At the moment Netflix has a lot of anime on offer, but unfortunately most of them are very violent. Extremely violent in some cases. And that is not what really attracts me in anime. That is, for example, why I love the Pixar studio movies so much. They make great entertainment for children as well as for grown-ups. One of the anime studios that does not make such violent movies, but movies that I really love, is the Ghibli studio. And especially one animator from that studio has made some of my absolute favorite anime movies. Hayao Miyazaki. And it is his movies that are collected in this wonderful box set. On the outside there's a strip of movie frames that cover the box. The box itself is very sturdy, but unfortunately it was not packed very well, so it has some damage on the top. Now this was sent by another seller, by the way, this was not a Ghibli's fault. Inside the box are two books. One booklet that gives you some information on the different movies. And one special book that holds all the Blu-rays. Now this book is very beautifully made with real high quality paper. Every page of the book shows you some of the wonderful animation of that particular movie, and in between the pages is the disc. I love the way this book looks and feels, but getting the disc out is actually pretty difficult, and it feels like it will be easy to scratch the disc when you do this on a regular basis. And the beautiful animation and the wonderful soundtracks will pull me right into these movies every time. And you should be pulled into these movies because some of the things that will happen in these movies are just very strange. If you start to ask the why question in these movies, you will get into trouble. Much of it just doesn't make sense. That is, if you look at it from the perspective of the real world. But the way that I see these movies is more like how you experience a dream. In dreams, sometimes you may be talking to someone and suddenly it is someone completely different. But in the dream it feels logical, or you might walk somewhere and suddenly you are in a completely different place, but in your dream you are not confused by it, in your dream it just is. And that is how I experience these movies. They are completely logical from the perspective of a dream. If you can allow yourself to just accept what is happening and enjoy the anime, the music and the story, these are some of the most wonderful cinematic experiences to be had. Well, obviously that is what I think these movies can give you. Your mileage may vary. However, if this video made you even a bit curious to experience some anime yourself, I would recommend watching Spirited Away. It is about a little girl getting lost in a world she does not understand, but she needs to find out how to get out of there, and while doing so she gets help from some interesting friends. Let me know what happened if you gave it a try. Oh, and one more thing. For me, there is only one way to watch movies, and that is in the original language. Especially watching these Japanese anime movies in Japanese adds to the mystery and the beauty of them. And if you find it strange to watch a movie with subtitles, remember this. Here in the Netherlands we watched all the American movies in the original language. It's how these movies were made, it's how these movies should be watched. So this was my video about the box with all the Miyazaki movies. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.